Do you expect him to be arrested?
That I can't tell. That would be pure speculation.
A murderous conspiracy deepening by the minute. Mark Sievers is still a free man tonight, more than 24 hours after a shell-shocking revelation that investigators believe he played a role in his wife, Dr. Teresa Sievers' murder. And as we've reported, the state attorney's office releasing thousands of court documents revealing evidence that Mark Sievers allegedly planned to pay off hitmen using his wife's insurance policy, which was valued at more than $4 million.
Despite all of those claims in the witness statements, though, Mark Sievers is not facing any charges as of tonight, unlike the two men who have been arrested in the case, Curtis Wayne Wright and Jimmy Rogers, who are now facing second-degree murder charges. Now, they are accused of brutally killing Dr. Sievers inside her Bonita Springs home over the summer. And
tonight, 4 in Your Corner is covering this story from all angles. Tara Molina joining us live in the studio. She has just spoken with a former state attorney not associated with the case to get some perspective as to why Mark Sievers is still a free man.
But we begin with 4 in Your Corner's Malcolm Johnson, who is live outside the Sievers home on Jarvis Road in Bonita Springs. He just spoke over the phone with Mark Sievers' attorney. Malcolm, what have you learned?
Patrick and Amy, as more and more comes out about this story, the people who live in this neighborhood and inside of these homes are more often tying the name of the man that lives inside of this home, Mark Sievers, in connection with the death and murder of his wife. And I can tell you, after talking to them and spending the day and getting to know a lot of them, they want to know two things. One of them, why is he still a free man? And the second, what on earth could he still be doing? Mark Sievers spent the day inside the Bonita Springs home where his wife Teresa was found murdered. At one point this morning, Sievers slowly backed his Mercedes into his driveway, while a few hours later, an SUV pulled into the garage before the door closed behind it. While the media is closely watching Sievers, his attorney says the sheriff's office is not.
Does Mark have any restrictions currently?
No, he hasn't been arrested. He's got no restrictions.
Do you expect him to be arrested?
That I can't tell. That would be pure speculation.
What's not speculation is that the Department of Children and Families is aware of the newly released documents from the state's attorney's office and is involved with the family.
Do you have any understanding right now as to where Mark's kids might be?
As far as I know, they're with him. He has custody of his kids.
The details alleging Mark's involvement in the newly released documents are still shocking to those who live in what they say is a peaceful neighborhood.
We came home and saw the news. I mean, we're just totally shocked that it would happen in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, but money is the root of all evil.
Jim and Vicky Blank get their exercise by running in the neighborhood. Now they believe Sievers' choices are running thin after hearing about his alleged involvement in his wife's murder.
I would think he's got two choices: either try to get the hell out of town, which ain't going to work, or resign himself to the fact that he's going to spend a whole lot of time in a small cell.
For now, incarceration is not a consideration for Sievers and his attorney, who are left to wait and wonder what's next.
None of this broke loose until yesterday around 4:30. We're just sitting back and watching. Because what was released is not, pertains to Wright. It's part of his case. So we're just kind of watching what's going on.
You know, Patrick and Amy, what that package didn't show is the time that myself and my photographer got to know the people who live in this neighborhood, conversations that we had with the people who actually live here. And I can tell you that there's legitimate fear among a lot of those people, not only the fact that they live right next to him, but the fact that they have to see him every single day. Not just fear among themselves, but fear for their families and for their children. For now, reporting in Bonita Springs, Malcolm Johnson, Fox 4